everyone, Pocket here, and this is Healing 101, Episode 2. Now you might notice one major change right away, and that is my posters are no longer backwards, so hopefully that's less of a distraction for you. Now based on the feedback from my last video, I decided that I'm not going to cover classes and souls just yet, that there are other things I need to cover for healers who are just beginning healing. Now, one of the most important and probably one of the hardest things for a healer to master, and you are going to have to master it, is raid awareness. This is insanely important. Now, what it means is you are always aware of where your targets are that you're going to be healing.
Whenever you join a raid, the first thing that you will notice is that each name is color-coded. If you are a healer, your name will be blue. If you are support, such as a bard, your name will be purple. If you're a ranged DPS, such as a warlock, your name will be orange. If you're a melee DPS, such as a blade dancer, your name will be yellow. And if you're a tank, your name will be brown. As a general rule, and depending on the boss, a healer never wants to line of sight themselves from the other players. Instead, it is a good idea to stand back from the group and heal from a distance, but not too far for fear of being out of range. A healer also has to make sure no objects obstruct their view from the players. These objects can be in the forms of rocks, cliffs, and even trees. As you see here, I've planted myself high above the ground in order to see the full raid. There were trees blocking my view, but being up here, I was able to see all of the players. In PvP, line of sighting can often be to your advantage. Take the Black Garden for example. Though standing in the middle where the Fang spawns will acquire you more points faster, you leave yourself open to attack by the opposite faction. You'll often find that people will hide behind these trees in the main area. By doing this, you are limiting the scope at which people can attack you. However, as you see here, even that sometimes fails. As a last resort, a Fang carrier will run to their spawn point. This enables the team as a whole to set off a choke point, and the healers to sit back and heal the Fang carrier with ease.
Now most healers really don't have trouble with this once they get used to it. Line of sighting is not an issue. Once you know the terrain and what you're dealing with, and you found an awesome, either if it's PvP, DPSer, or PvE, a tank, it's like once you find that good combo, this really isn't an issue because they know what they're doing, and you know what you're doing, and so you guys just mesh. But there are always going to be those instances when you don't find a good tank, and you don't find a good DPS. And they're always running from you, and they're running behind the house, and they're running behind the tree, and now they're behind a rock. And it's like, what are you doing? So basically then, it becomes your job, the healer's job, to keep that person alive. Yes, they might be a bad, and yes, you can let them die, but if you're in, a dungeon, is it worth it? You're an excellent healer. Just go ahead and heal them and tell them how bad they are later. Eventually, they will get the blame for being such a bad tank. Okay, so line of sighting isn't the only issue. You also have to heal people. So what this means is you have a raid of 20 people and they're all taking damage, the tanks more than anybody else, and you have to heal them. Sure, you'll have a few other healers with you, but that can be overwhelming when you just get rushed into it and you don't really know what you're doing. Now, it's important to learn to prioritize your healing. What that means is you need to know if you use your hot now. Do you use your burst now? Should you use an AoE? Should you waste your battle res on a DPS, or does it look like a tank's about to go down? You also have to consider the fact that you might be taking damage and you have to heal yourself. Now, if you're taking more damage than other people, then you have to heal yourself. Because if you die, then people aren't getting healed, and they die. And one of the most common, and yes, even I've made it, mistakes you can do is get so consumed with healing everybody else that you do die, and you do cause a wipe. Okay, so for people who have healed before, this is probably nothing new. Big deal, I healed in WoW, I healed in Ion, and I healed in Warhammer. This is nothing new to me. It's like, but for people who haven't healed, this might be a little intimidating, and it's not supposed to be. It really isn't that hard to learn how to heal. The best thing you can do is practice. Whether that is closing rifts, doing zone events, just practicing, dueling with a friend. That's probably the best way to practice how to heal yourself, at least. Doing war fronts even, or just doing regular dungeons. There's no better practice than doing the sort of thing that your end goal is. If it's to PvP, do war fronts. Who cares if you're bad at first? Eventually you will learn how. And yes, even PvE can help you in PvP. Now, if you want to do raiding, PvP might not help you so much, but PvE definitely will, and you really need to practice with dungeons. So this basically concludes episode 2 of Healing 101, covering raid awareness. If you have anything you'd like to see, or have an idea for future episodes, please feel free to leave a comment or even shoot me a message on YouTube. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm Pocket. Happy rifting!